All right, Kali, welcome to Hot Tech. This is yet another edition. We want to thank all our viewers and people who have subscribed on both Facebook and YouTube, and also we have other social networks like TikTok, Instagram. So you're the real MVP. Today we have a lot in stock. We'll be talking about the return of the UPL, the NBL playoffs basketball, the ladies not yet concluded, some Afro basketball, the under 19s, and also a little bit of the English Premier League and European football returning tonight. With me here, I have my co-host, Miss Hudson Mugweri. You can say hello to the viewers before we shoot.
Hello, viewers, people out there, people watching us. You're most welcome to Hot Tech,
Mm.
and I'm pleased to be here one more, like another week, to give you what's happening in the world of sports in Uganda and international wise.
Absolutely. Yes. So the UPL against URA. But let's start with the game that really shook people, that sent shockwaves in the football circles. That was NEC demolishing Vipers at Lugogo. A result that a lot did not see coming, especially when they had this performance with the Super 8 against Vipers. But this one here was dominant from Tablik, uh, Hussein Balangu's side. We saw a lot that we also saw some new players coming. Some Paul Muchure scoring in. I was specifically really excited to see also Rashid Okocha. He did some good work there. Jarieko, a new lad there coming in. Zamiru Mutiava. I mean, he has amalgamated all these players into this next side that. I remember last time we talked about the teams that the top three teams that you think would really vying for the for the title, and NEC was amongst them. And this has really shown the best team that has really done the best work in the market, and that is NEC. And the other team could be KCCA. What did you really see from this game, NEC versus Vipers?
And first and foremost, the coach has been with the team for some good time, so he knows the kinds of players he uses. On top of that, the additions he added in the team are experienced players. Look at Muzami Mutiaba, look at Paul Muchuruzi, then other new signings of the young lads too, to make sure that the team is complete and so strong. Actually, I was talking to a friend of mine who told me among teams which had players, NEC had the better business. Let me say one of the best businesses they did. The transfers, the signings they did were on point. And guess what? Against Vipers, they showed us something different. You saw Mutiaba scoring a goal. You saw Muchuri scoring a goal. Of course, Okocha scoring a goal as well. And Vipers struggled. Vipers were struggling, both in the attacking way and also defensively, because NEC outplayed them as if we've never seen the as if Vipers doesn't have these senior players. Yeah, which was a shocker to most of the people out there. But to us, who know how NEC is, that Mutambli guy is a person who is a person who knows his team and is what they would do, because their first season they were title contenders until the second last week of the season. That's when they were out of the title contention. Yeah, this season they
Absolutely.
started strong, and they're still strong. Yeah, they're still strong. You saw them in the Super 8. From there, they're now into the league. You're seeing beautiful football. You're seeing good results from them, meaning the team is a good team and they're ready to compete. I would say that. The teams we can't despise in this league is Chitara and NEC. Yes, this is like their second season after coming back from the big league, but you see the results they're giving the people. The, either in the top 7 or top 5. Yes, there were new teams last season. It means a lot to the league itself. These
Yes.
teams sign players, and their old players don't just be like, you know what, I'm leaving the club. No, the old players stay with them, and they add in a few additions which can work hand in hand with the old players. And at the end of the day, the coach gets better results. And this is what's happening with NEC. Roma had it that Mutamblik might leave NEC, but guess what? He's still around and is giving them good results. The management is contented with what the coach is giving them and is giving them results they need. So all in all, the management trusts the coach and the coach will trust the players, and you're seeing the results coming out. But Rothomi is also from Vipers, but the way he celebrated it, because the way he left Vipers, wasn't in good terms. So this celebration was like, you let me go, you made me suffer. You made me suffer. I'm now here, up to beat you guys. I to tell you
Mm.
I'm a good striker.
Mm.
Uh,
Yes, all right.
so generally,
Yeah.
I would say Vipers struggled. Of
Mm.
course, Vipers struggled. Yes, Vipers struggled. It was the first season of it was the first game of their new coach into the Premier League,
Mm.
and we saw the comments he made after the game,
Mm.
saying people shouldn't be excited about Vipers winning the league.
Mm. Yeah, that was a very controversial comment.
And of course,
Yeah.
everyone was like that one. Eh, and everyone said that one won't spend even 3 games. If he loses another game, he's going to pack. Because serious as a coach, you can't say such a statement. Eh? And today I've just seen a post from Clive Charles. Mm. I would say Mourinho should just give the man time. He shouldn't rush to let go of the guy.
Mm.
Though he made controversial remarks after the game, but he should just give the guy time. The option he has either to go local with local coaches or to give the guy enough time so
Mm.
that after this season, of course, he does the review. After the reviewing, he can be like, you know what? You either I've let you go or stay with the team. We can build from here. But other Vipers fans think that's not the end of the day. That's not the end of the season. They can do better and they can get better results in the next game. So we wait for the next games. We see what will happen. But the controversial remarks he made after the game,
Mm.
it caught people's eyes and people were like, that one won't spend even 3 months here in Uganda. He will pack his bags anytime soon.
Yes, and that's the pressure that comes in with coaching at Stende. Yeah, but anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the game, the opener. That was KCC against URA. It was a very evenly matched game. I would see what Coach Abraham is trying to really impact the players with the style. They build from the back. They play a very patient game. Surprising and also, I didn't expect this from Coach Saville, but his team also matched KCC in terms of expansive kind of play. Uh, but the game ended 1, and that was Said Manja's goal. Worked out, I think, with the Derek Nsibabi. And you also tell me how he performed that day, Derek Nsibabi. But what does this results really mean to Coach Abdallah Movidu? Remember, a lot. He has been. This is his team. He has assembled this team. There's no way you can say this is not his team. And picking up the first win against URA, a big team like URA.
It was an interesting game actually, season opener,
Mm,
and I would say I love the kind of football we saw in that game because Ugandans were impressed with both teams, the kind of football they played. People are like, now we're watching football, you know, watching URA pass the ball, watching KCCA pass the ball, watching the beauty passes from Bright Anakuni, watching the runs from Derek Nsvambi, watching how URA put KCCA on pressure. That midfield they had, of course, then Walusimi being that defense, doing a good job, then seeing Ochan into the goals as well. Of course, he made crucial saves against KCCA. He made like two big saves against KCCA, and we all thought that's a goal, and I'm just seeing a save. Generally, it was a good game from both teams, but for KCCA now, what they need is just results. Even if it's 1-0 or 2-0, all they need is just a win because their first three games are so strong. They played against URA. The next game is against Bull, which is happening on Friday, and after Bull they play Chitara. Those are three big teams, which I would say they're contesting for a championship. Yeah, because the signings they made, even the kind of coaches they have, experienced coaches with a high integrity, and also the players they have are also mature and so like they're so mature and so and they know the kind of football they're playing. So it's going to be a competitive kind of league, I would just say generally. All in all, KCCA got a win from a good goal from Mayanja, a good control from Derek Isvambi. And I thought guys were seeing what he's doing as a striker. He puts the defenders under pressure. He controls the ball so well.
mm,
He passes it to someone, and what next?
mm,
We're seeing results. And
mm,
of course, he put the defenders under pressure because he's good at area balls.
mm,
He was winning those balls in the air, in the area balls. Also, the area balls was winning them off the defenders who are even taller than him, which says a lot about him, his strength in the air. So I would say it was a good game generally.
mm,
Though we have an issue with, though the issue I have with Katanga, he gets tired so fast. After 60
mm,
minutes, he's already tired. I'm like,
mm,
"Hey," I'm like, Chief, you have your footballer, you can't be getting tired in the after 60 minutes. You need to be tired like after 80 minutes. But that's him. That's his kind of football. He plays for him. He plays 60 minutes. You give it the
mm,
60 minutes you need. After 60 minutes, he's
mm.
down. He's completely down. Credit to the defenders. Not I can't forget Mujuzi because he
Yeah, yeah, they
was
solid game.
exceptional in that game.
Mm,
Yeah, he did a good job in that defense,
mm,
which was a plus. Adding on Obenchan with his leadership and screaming at players who are making weird passes and screaming at the keeper who was trying to
mm,
pass those to make those passes. Like, man, chief, we may concede here. You better be serious. As a leader, he was shouting at them,
mm,
controlling the game as well, talking to the players to cool down. Let's play football. This is our game. And at the end of the day, they got a better result, which was a plus to the KCA fans and to the KCA team as well. The fans were excited about the kind of football from both teams. Because I was there, I saw the fans extremely excited.
mm,
I saw even Vida fans coming to watch the game. They were like,
mm.
Jacobi come because they saw the kind
Yeah,
of football from both teams. They were like,
yeah.
okay, this is,
Mm,
this is serious. This is serious. Yeah, yeah.
mm. Absolutely, not taking away anything from URA. URA really had a very good game. Tuama in there, even their keeper, Deriko Chan, had a very good game. So it was really an evenly matched game. It was a game of opportunities, and URA did not really, I think, utilize their opportunity uh, quite precisely. Yeah. So, but I wanted to talk about Golofa. He replaced Emojong, and a lot of people thought Emojong would be really the future. But I was also impressed with his game, especially when he comes out to pick those crosses. He made that crucial save, the one-on-one that hit him, and so yeah, it's one of the signings. If I'm to really mention of the signings of yesterday, KCCA signing, apart from Said Mayanja, I'll look at also Mugolofa, the keeper. Yeah, quite solid in behind the post. in between the posts.
Yeah, he did an incredible job because when he had the ball, all the under pressure,
Mm,
and for him he doesn't have showbiz.
mm,
Like how Emma sometimes puts in showbiz when he's in goal.
mm,
We call him the Onana of Uganda. So he has
mm.
that cash showbiz in him. But he's a good
Yeah.
keeper. But
Mm.
at times you need competition. You need
Yeah.
competition because him and Mugweri are competing to be
Mm,
who's going to be the number one in goal.
mm,
It's something which KCCA lacked last season, and we're seeing it now. So we're
mm,
seeing better results now from the keepers because they're under pressure. That if I make a mistake,
mm.
I won't come back into the goal.
Abs-
Yeah. Chitara players are on form, mainly Jude Semugabi and Omedi. The players were on form. They started from the OFA Super 8 to the continental level, though they lost the services of Brian Hewa, who was also another instrumental player when he was needed up front. But now with Omedi still around, and you saw the assist from Omedi to Semugabi, and Semugabi scored a goal. We saw the kind of football Chitala played against Lugazi. Chitala is on form. This is a team which came from the FIFA Super 8 on form. When
mm,
continental football, of course, yes, they lost. They lost. They couldn't go to the next level, but the football they played in the continental world was so different. And now
mm,
we see their players into the national team already scoring a scream against
mm. South
South
Africa.
Africa, and Jude Semugabi sealing a win for Uganda
Mm,
uh, recently here. Yeah, it says a lot that what we are here and we are strong and we can do better, and we are seeing the results. Indeed, Chitara is a strong team, and I told you that's a title contender, and they'll be the
yeah.
top three. And you scarce see how they started. They started strong.
Mm,
They started strong, and with experience, they've got experienced players. They've got Zaga into the midfield and scored a good goal
mm,
with this left. Actually,
yeah.
his weak leg, not even.
Mm, mm.
Use
Of a
use
defender,
this weak
yeah.
leg. Yeah,
Mm,
so it plays a lot. Yeah, it says a lot. So I would say the team is here to stay as long as they don't lose services of some of the players. Though rumors that Omedi might leave the club
mm,
because many clubs want to sign him.
mm,
Of course, if he goes professional, that's a plus to Chara,
mm,
and they'll get their money. And of course, they already made replacements by
mm,
bringing in, of course, Amaku, a striker.
mm, mm,
So the team is still good to go, and their coach knows how the league grows so well because he has been in the league for some over 5 years. So he knows this league so well, and he knows what to do when he's under pressure or when he's going to verse a bigger team compared to Chitara. So
mm,
generally, I would say Chitara is a team to watch,
mm.
and we're seeing the results coming out of them.
Absolutely. I think Chitara should really, really cash out on Omedi. Though in that game he was brilliant. He did not score, but he was brilliant. He won a free kick that eventually awarded Rogers to be a red card. And from there on, Chitara was just rolling on. From just a few minutes later, Semugabi really scored from his assist again. Omedi, I mean, he's really a lively player. I would really love to see him play in one of those modern leagues. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Then also we'll talk about Villa. Villa picked out Villa. That is assemble a team to play a league. Even if there's a time even they lost almost all their squad players, but they managed to assemble a team that can really compete in the league. Pulling that win against Mbara City, dominant win against Mbara City. Ngondwe scoring a screamer off Kakande's assist. I mean, Villa is also a contender now. Looking at that display against Mbara City.
It was a good game, of course. Ngonde scoring a goal, Kakande scoring a goal as well.
Mm,
Uh, and I would say they would have scored even more than 4 goals.
mm,
Though Mbara came back and scored 2 goals,
mm.
but Villa had chances of even making sure that Mbara reaches Lugazi because they would have gone 5 from the
uh,
corner, they go to Lugazi. They had all the chances, especially that Mbara
uh,
5 something or 6 something. But it was a good game at Wankuruku. And I would say I think something which was outstanding is the fans. On Monday, the fans were at Wankuruku watching football at 4 p.m. And guess what?
mm.
Even Express versus
Balero.
Police, the fans were many,
Mm,
you know, at Ham Stadium.
mm,
It says a lot that Ugandans have been missing this league, and
mm,
the league is now becoming competitive. And I saw the likes of Chiru watching the game. I
mm,
saw one of the MPs also screaming when
mm,
Express just scored a goal and an assist from
mm,
Alpha Sali.
mm.
I
Awesome.
saw people are so excited. I'm like,
Mm.
so genuine. People have been missing football. Actually, it was Senyonjo who scored the 2 goals for Express,
The
and
brace, yeah.
it says a lot about our fans out there.
Mm,
And for the Villa game, the football displayed from the first half to the second half. Villa played beautiful football, and everyone
mm,
was like, okay, this is our team, and this is
mm,
the league where we
mm,
want to win. We are champions,
mm,
and now we've
mm.
come back strong. Yeah, Villa became the Man City scoring goals so fast.
Yeah.
Within 15 minutes, that scored two
Yeah.
goals. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening here? So, so
Mm,
it was a beautiful game and
mm,
beautiful results from SC Villa. And of course, Simbala, of course, suffered the loss, but they'll come back strong in the next game.
mm,
And with Mbabazi being their coach, I know he's an experienced coach.
mm,
And of course, he came out, shared this story of how he has been under depression for some good
mm,
time.
mm.
I know I'm sure he's now back strong, and we shall see the results coming out of him. Generally, the league started, it's going to be competitive. At the end of the day, we shall see results coming out.
Yes, absolutely. I remember Villa is without some of their star players that left, Kenneth Makula, Gavin Chizito, and it was a team that was rebuilding, but it has really shown consistency. So let's go through these fixtures that are coming up.
Yeah, they're hosting KCCA, but Bull is a team which doesn't give you the results you need when they're away. They struggled against Police at Kavumba, of course, with Police having a man down. Of course, they got a red card, but still they struggled. Yeah, they still struggled to get even one goal from from a goal from Kavumba. Against Police, of course, they're going to be home. It's home away from home because they're at Lugazi. They're in Ginger, I would say they're at home, but this is home away from. Yeah, home away from home. They're going to play from the Lugazi ground, and that's in Mabira Forest with the beautiful stadium out there. KC has one thing is they need result. Now, Bull also need the result, but I would go for a win for KCCA against Bull. Yeah,
I believe Bull will come on top, or at worst they'll pick up a draw, and that will be a 1-1 draw. Then we have Vipers hosting Express. Same scenario. Vipers needs these points. Express is on a run. But looking at history, Vipers has always come out on top. I know it's Mulindwa's team, Express, but what do you expect from this tie? In Chitende under the lights at 7.
Of course, Vipers, after the loss against NEC on a Sunday, they're going to sit back, watch the video of the mistakes they made. How can they get back into the winning ways? And of course, we know them when they're at St. Mary's Stadium. That's a sure win for them. So I expect a win from Viper. Though Express made big signings, the services of Mustafa also bring in experience, and some other experienced player was sub URF for some good long time. We know what he can do in that midfield. So generally, I would say Express, though they struggled financially, we saw what was happening to them last season. They're struggling financially, they're having some issues. But the signings they made, actually, most of the people are shocked seeing some of the senior players joining Express. I'm like how you said, Villa and Express are teams. Even if they lose the whole team, they will make sure they make good signings and they will compete for the championship. That's what's happening to Express. They made good signings. They got a new sponsor who they didn't even unveil, apart from seeing the jerseys.
Uh,
But they
Ugandan
have a
deals.
sponsor actually. They have a sponsor.
We're having a
Yeah.
sponsor that he did under the table kind of deal.
They have a sponsor who they didn't unveil, but I would say it's going to be it's going to be a season for actually it's going to be a game for Vipers. Vipers will take that game because they need the win badly in front of
Badly,
their
yeah.
fans. And the students are also back. The players are back to school, so they need that win in front of their fans. And their best fan
Absolutely.
base are the students who always fill up that place, and you see the noise, and you're like, "What's this I'm saying?"
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, basically that was our look at the UPL League. Quite a remarkable start. We really enjoyed all those games. We watched them. You can catch them on Star Times on FUFA TV, and yeah. So let's advance the conversation. Let's really look at basketball, the Afro basketball that was in South Africa. The Gazelle losing to Nigeria and missing out on the World Cup spot. Uh, this whole campaign, you've covered the Gazelles, even the Sekafa qualifier. You were there, you saw how the junior Gazelles performed, even the junior Silverbacks, though they did not make it in the later stages, but the girls really brought brought the brought brought the heat up to the semifinals. What do you make of this tournament, and what next for the Ugandan junior basketball?
Uh, I would say I was so disappointed when we were playing against Nigeria. I was heartbroken. I was so disappointed with the kind of way we lost the game. But the girls, of course, made history, reaching the semifinals for the first time on Afro basketball. It was a good run for us because we had the top squad of the league coming from our team. That's Reston Anangwe, and she was in top 5 players. To me, she would have been the MVP of what
The
of the
tournament.
tournament because she displayed good basketball. Yeah, but there's a statement someone made, and it made sense. It's like you can't beat a team twice in a tournament,
Hmm.
and it happened. Nigeria, of course, was in the same group with us and Egypt as well. They
Hmm.
played Egypt. They played Egypt in the quarterfinals,
Hmm.
and they beat Egypt. Egypt beat them in the group stages. They met us. We had beaten them in the group stages 80-64,
Hmm.
and we lost to them by 4 points. And of course, we lost our game on the free throw line
Hmm.
because we made 19 out of 34 on the free throw line. We missed a
Wow.
lot on the free throw. If we had converted those
Hmm.
those misses we had, we would have won that game. And of course, it's a lesson out there to the players and to the coaches that you know what. a game can be won on the free throw line, and we saw it when we were playing against Nigeria. Because I would say the defense we played, no one can play that kind of defense for full 4 quarters in the league. Credit to John Omondi, credit to Jonah Egao with the kind of this defense they gave the girls to play. And the offense also was on point. Yes, of course, we made 4 out of, I think, out of 20 something on the 3-point line. We struggled a lot on the 3-point line. Like how we struggled a lot on the free throw. But we picked up rebounds. We had more steals than Nigeria. The turnovers were more than because we had, I think, over 27 turnovers in that game, which also cost us as well. But generally, it was a good run from the girls in this tournament. And those girls, the advantage is most of them are even below still. They're still below 18. They're still below 18 years. So they might go back in the next Afro basket as they are, and they would compete. So it was a good run from the girls. It was beautiful basketball displayed. Credit to Fuba for putting in a lot of effort. Credit to Trish, who is the coordinator for the youth basketball. She did an incredible job. Not forgetting, of course, Hudson Sigamwenge. Not forgetting Albert, who has done a good job by scouting the players, both the girls and boys. Though the girls' advantage is they're all locally based.
Wow.
Local best players and their students, all of them are locally based. No one came from Enegato to come and play with. No, they're all locally based. We've seen some of them into our league, lower division. Some of them are even in high school. They play for Chibuli. Some of them even play for Nabisosa, which is still in the lower division league. So generally, it was a good run. I saw Onyango coming out to applaud the girls, giving a jersey to Anyango, who was our point guard. Of course, Onyango gave a jersey to Anyango. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was a good one in South Africa. For the boys, of course, first and foremost, I blame FIBA with what they did. A player played qualifiers, Zone 5 qualifiers. That's Peter Serunjoji. Reaching Afro basketball, they say he's not eligible to play because it's a season of USA. I'm like, why did they let him play qualifiers? Because they're the same guys who clear these guys to play the qualifiers. It's not the FUBA, the local federation. No, it is them, the FIBA, which clears these guys to play the qualifiers. So that also somehow tortured us because we lacked size. And of course, two of our players not making it to South Africa because of books. Yeah, they went to USA on a scholarship, so they wouldn't travel with the team. So that also somehow affected us. But I would say the boys played some good basketball because the likes of Mugisha, I think he was averaging 17 points. Nkugwa, he was averaging 17 points in a game, which was so interesting. Of course, we somehow struggled a little bit because we lacked size. But it was a good run from the boys. I know and most of them are even 16 years. So 16, 17. So yeah, so I expect don't be surprised when you see some of them in the next Afrobasket, of course, qualifiers, and also going to the Afrobasket as well. So the future is bright for Uganda. We have good players, and don't be surprised when you see most of the parents bring back their kids to Uganda because of what they saw in the qualifiers, whether they saw Afrobasket. Don't be surprised when you see a team full of foreign best players and they're like, why are they foreign best? No, the parents are bringing back their kids to their home country to play basketball for their home country. They are very excited. Because when you talk to the coaches, they're telling you, man, the phone calls we receive, the emails we receive, and even Albert, who is like the agent, who is the manager, and also a scout. The emails they receive, the phone calls, the messages received from most of the parents, they want their kids back to play for us. And I would say we shouldn't be surprised when we see more foreign best players playing for us because the parents are like, you know what? The future is bright for Uganda. I know my kid can go far and they can do something for the national team. So generally, credit to the organization, to the to everyone who has done it, but to the kids as well. The kids have done a good job out there, putting the flag up and playing beautiful basketball.
Absolutely. Let me pick out on about Joel Serunjoji. Even in the zone 5, was it the one of the few players who were cleared late because of citizenship issue?
No, 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 no.
Mm,
Actually, for him, he started all the games. He started the first game.
mm,
For him, it was cleared earlier again. It was cleared earlier
mm,
with Joel Rojete. They were cleared earlier.
mm.
Yeah, for them, they were cleared earlier. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then there's some discrepancies in how FIBA runs. I don't know how the paperwork they need, but that one I think also you're very right. Yeah, we needed power
Actually,
man in front there.
actually, we saw it. Yeah, actually, we saw it with John Bagwele, who was supposed to play Afro basket,
Mm.
and they told him he didn't get a passport at the age of 16. Then I asked my question: if you're doing that, I asked my question recently. Myself a question: Joel Embiid, did he get a passport at the age of 16 when he was in USA? How
No, he
come he
went
played
with
for
a
them in
Cameroonian
Olympics?
passport. Yeah,
Yeah. How come he played for them in Olympics?
yeah,
You
and
know,
that's FIBA. Yeah,
there's always FIBA,
and that's FIBA.
yeah, there's always FIBA
Those are
that
FIBA
thing
rules.
out here.
Olympics they were using FIBA rules. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. First and foremost, as international federation, you're not even giving your local federation a single penny. You're getting money from these federations actually,
Mm.
because every
Subscription.
year the local
Mm.
federations have to pay money to FIBA.
Mm.
Yeah, but they don't give back to the local federations like how it is in football.
Mm.
Because football they give back to the local federation, and we saw CAF recently saying they're going to even increase
Even rugby.
the money.
Mm.
They're going, yes, they're going to increase money into the local, because they will start giving them like I think 1 point something billion.
Mm.
Yeah. So it says a lot with the FIBA. It's kind of, there's way they discriminate other countries compared to how they do it with those top countries, because at the end of the day the guy is a Ugandan. The guy is using a Ugandan name. He has a passport. Why are you disturbing him? The parents are Ugandans. Why are you stressing people out?
Wow. Wow. Anyway, that was Afro basketball that happened in South Africa. There's a lot that discussed there. So let's jump into the NBL playoffs, the ladies' playoffs. I mean, Mr. Hudson, you help me out here. How is how is football really scheduling these playoffs, the leagues, and also trying to merge them with international tournaments? You cannot just leave a playoff that is just left one game away from deciding a championship, and you suspend it. I don't know how you viewed it and the reception from the rugby community regarding the postponement of the ladies playoffs, Jacket Dolphins against the Lady Cannons, yeah, and the game, of course, the game will be played on the 20th, I think, yeah. What do you make of this?
22nd.
22nd, yeah, 22nd.
Uh, it, I can't, I somehow, somewhere, I can't blame FUBA on that,
Mm,
because we played the qualifiers of 3-on-3. Actually, the girls first traveled to Germany for a camp, courtesy of Bet Power, the main sponsor of Gazelles and Silverbacks. They came back from the camp. There was 3-on-3 qualifiers, which happened in Uganda as well.
mm,
Of course, that was the World Cup qualifiers under 23, and we were the hosts. From there, of course, that was like a week or not playing league basketball. From there, we had, of course, the league resumed and we played games. But because the girls had qualified for 3-on-3 under 23 basketball, a team like Jekyll wouldn't play a game without the services of Becky Longom. A team like UC wouldn't play a game without the services of Sheila Lamon. And
mm,
also, the coach, Nikita Teresa, is the one who traveled with the team. So that postponed the games to 22nd of September. And of course, that is something people look at, be like, no, they can't play a game without a coach, without one of their starting players, because both teams, Sheila is a starter for UCU and Becky Longom is a starter for JKL. So they had to suspend the league so that when these guys get done with the World Cup under 23, they come back and the league resumes. So people are like, okay, that is understandable. Not that stop the league without even JKL or UCU players going to play the under 23. No, some of the UCU had the representative, even JKL had the representative. So they had to they had to suspend the league. Yeah, if they didn't have any representative, they I would say, why would you suspend the league? But this time around, they had representatives.
Do,
Yeah,
don't they have these schedules sent to them like in an annual plan, something like that?
of course, the schedules are there. But what caused the league to be pushed further was the camp in Germany.
Oh.
That camp caused the league to be pushed further. Yeah,
Mm,
the camp in Germany
mm,
for the Gazelles. But for the under 23 qualifiers, of course, Uganda had the schedule and they're ready with it.
mm,
But
mm,
remember, the league has been they've been suspending the league. Of
mm,
course, we had also the qualifiers for under 18. They had suspended the league, and the games wouldn't happen. A lot of activities have been happening, by the way, and we've been hosts, you know, as
mm,
a nation.
mm,
Of course, the fixture was scheduled properly, but there was postponing of the league. As you're still there, the refs are complaining we haven't been paid. Saturday, what next?
mm,
This weekend, you don't see the league happening. But
mm.
of course, Federation says postpone the league. But when you get information, refs are telling you, man, we haven't been paid in 2 weeks, in 2 months or 3 months, so we can't officiate games. so, so generally,
Oh my God. Ugandan sports.
generally, generally, these things happen. These things happen.